What's up, YouTube? I am back and I have a new video for you. Today's video is going to be a little bit special. Hopefully you aren't seeing my large self. Let me close that up. So like I said, today's video is going to be special, like all the other ones I say, but I'm bringing you a new product. So what we see here is PXN's HBS, their Handbrake, and the Z7. I'll bring that up a little bit closer. This is, as they're calling, an SMG accessory. Okay, well, this right here is the sequential adapter or sequential mod for their A7 shifter. So this little mod here will turn this H pattern into a sequential shift. Now, I know everybody's gonna be like, okay, that's kind of This right here is what you're really thinking about. So we're gonna go with an unboxing, and I think I'm gonna start with the shifter first, just because, you know, why not? So we're looking at the box here. Let's see what it says. We've got 16-bit high precision sensor, dual grip handle mode, horizontal and vertical, adjustable force and stroke, dual fixation modes, screws and clamps, which is a bonus, 6 series aluminum alloy material, PC plug and play on PC. Let's look at the back. All right, so you can take a look here at the dual mode. And this down here is just a retelling already of what that side panel was. Nothing on, just says racing handbrake, racing handbrake, racing handbrake, and then what we went back to. This SMG accessory says for the PXN A7, which I believe this shifter is also compatible with it's compatible with both the V12s, the DDL 6 Newton meter and the DDS 10 Newton meter. And I believe it is also compatible with the V10 gear drive wheel set that they have that I wouldn't touch because Logitech's is better. Let's see what it says. SMG accessories, split design for easy disassembly, dedicated for A7 shifter, comes with a shifter extension. So, since this is the smaller of the two, we'll unbox this one. I have to tell you, I ordered this on AliExpress from the PXN store. This is not a sponsored video. Once again, as always, I paid for this stuff. And here we go. So that's it there. Nothing else in the box. User manual. Honestly, it looks quite self-explanatory. I don't foresee having an issue getting this together. Taking a look at this here. So, looks like this right here is the top plate that replaces the other one, and it being a modular design. So yeah, there you go. So this replaces this here. I can probably see, I'll probably get like a carbon fiber piece of vinyl and maybe cover this just to give it a little extra oomph. But I mean, the fit and finish looks pretty good. I don't know if you can detect, but I see a slight variance in the shade and the finish on this piece as opposed to this piece. This looks more like a semi-gloss, eggshelly, you know, black, and this looks like a more flat matte black type of plastic. So that's a little strange. This right here is the extension for the shaft. All right, they give you a nice little decent length on this Phillips screwdriver end, and then this Allen wrench end. This is pretty decent. Screws to replace, and then what looks like a, let's get this out of there. Looks like a little metal spudger. I don't know why they made it of metal, but let's see what the instructions say that is. Triangular metal sheet. Oh, okay, so that little spudger is to pry off this cap. So I'm gonna do this on camera best I can. So I guess you slide this under here however you can, and you lift. Get the other side also. And there you go. There's the top cap. And there's a screw in there. Honestly, this is a lot like the mods that they do for the shifter for the Logitech. So that's gonna be pretty, I don't foresee an issue with that. So we'll just put this off to the side, since we'll just do this later on, time-lapsed, and that's what you'll get to see, and it'll all be done. Now, what I know a lot of you are here for is that handbrake. And yes, you're looking at the picture of the handbrake and you're saying to yourself, Joey, Bags, bro, that looks a lot like Moses' handbrake. And I wouldn't lie to you and tell you, yes, yes, it does. But I mean, with everything that's already out there and everything that's already being invented, how much more can you do with a handbrake, honestly? I mean, at some point in time, everything's going to kind of look the same. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. I can tell you the box, very similar to everything else from them. And I mean, so excuse me, you can't tell, but right over here is where I have my new V12 DDL that was sent from PXN because of the issues I was having with my old one. I still have the old one up because it works. It hasn't done the weirdness yet, even though it did cut out on me the other day. So I'm taking a look at that. I'm going to use it. I'm going to see and keep mental track of everything that's happening so I can bring that news to you guys. But this is, you know, that's more long-term review. And then over here, I mean, you can't see, but pointed in this direction, this is where I have, you know, let's go. This is where I have the R5, the KS wheel, the pedals, let's see, the desk clamp. I've got a bunch of stuff there that I guess at some point may end up going back, because I don't think I'm going to keep the Moza. But let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, very similar to everything else from PXN. This very nice closed cell foam. It's very thick. Well, not too thick, but thick enough for what this is. Our instruction manual. And in the box here, so we've got screws and tools. Oh, it looks like they give you two little spanners, an Allen wrench, a slightly bigger one, and then a little thin one, and 4 maybe M6 hex heads. The USB A to BB. And let's see the length on this. Now this may depend. Oh, this is actually a really good length. I was kind of concerned just because of the way my Next Level Racing Challenger cockpit is and where I have my shifter and where I would end up putting the handbrake. I wasn't sure if this is going to reach, but I have a strong feeling this should just reach to where I have my PC, so that's nice. Oh, this is okay. So let's get this. So here is, ooh. So this is the handle. It's a solid piece of aluminum. This is rather nice. Here is the clamp. And we'll loosen this so you can take a look. It comes pre-applied with a nice little bit of, let's see if we can get this into here and you can focus, if the camera can focus there. So this is a nice little bit of foam here. So if you were clamping this to a table, I wouldn't be concerned about that top and edge of the table, as this foam will protect it. So that's kind of nice. And you can see here 2 bolt holes where you can go ahead and mount the bottom of the handbrake tube. Included in the box, similar to how Moza does it, they include a elastomer and what feels like a stiffer spring. And quite honestly, this looks very close to what's included in the brake performance dampener. I wouldn't be shocked if this blue spring and elastomer were not interchangeable with what's on the brake performance kit, which if it is, depending on which one I like, if I like the yellow or you know what, let's put this down here. So let's see the brake. Let's see what's here. So let's get this out of here. All right, let's close up this box because there's nothing else there, nothing under there. Let's put this off to the side. Let's close this up. And here we go. This is the brake. So as you see, a lot of bolt holes, good solid piece of metal. Here's the USB-B. So here we go. Let's get this loosened up a bit so you can see. So to what I believe I was reading, you're able to bolt this under here in a few different ways. So I believe you can bolt it like this if you wanted. I believe I saw something about being able to, about mounting it this way if you wanted. I don't know, I'd have to take a look at that. But it definitely does fit like that. If you're able to clamp it like that, that's actually kind of nice if you can do that. You know, if you don't have to screw it in right here and you're able to just kind of, you know, clamp it this way, that might not be too bad. That actually feels pretty solid, especially since you pull this way. All right, so it looks like there's 6 screws along these 2 sides so you can access the current spring and elastomer that's in there. But as you can take a look, here's the axle for that. All the sensor and everything is inside here. That's pretty closed up. I'm really not going to take this apart too far. Here's where you can change this if you want to go vertical or change it around and do horizontal. I'd honestly, the way my rig is set up, I'd probably leave it vertical like this. Now, I will tell you, the big change compared to Moza is on this side, Moza has this block that sticks out, like about so much, that covers all this. and that's where you plug in the USB-B and the, I believe it's an RJ45 jack. In PXN, not having that and only doing the one USB-B here does make this quite a bit slimmer than the Moza. Now, let's attach this here. Let's see if this threading, how it is. Oh, the threading is very nice on it. Well, that's okay. It's not too bad. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a very soft spring that's in here. So, let's break out the handy dandy tools that they give us. It's most likely this one, yep. And here on camera, we'll loosen this all up and we'll see what spring there we got to work with. Alright, let's put that off to the side. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, I felt a slip of that. I'll take a look at this screw now when I'm done just to make sure there's no rounding of the screw. I'll take rounding of the tool. They can give me cheap metal on the tool. Just don't give me cheap metal on the... I'll take cheap metal on the tool, not on the screw. I've got tons of Allen wrenches that I can use. I'm not trying to breathe like an animal for you guys. I'm trying not to be a mouth breather. I don't know if my allergies or it's a cold or something, but I'm feeling a little nasally. I do wish... Well, no, you know what? I'll take that back. I was going to say I wish I saw a little Loctite on there, but at the same time, I can understand that this is going to be something that you may change out. Probably not often, but something that you want access to. So I don't know if I'd want to complicate things by putting in Loctite. Yeah, these are they're nice and tight from the factory, so I'll give them that. There we go. So it seems that middle one on both sides was the tight one, and the two off to the ends are So there we go. Now we can just pull that off as I expected. And now, as you see, we have access to the spring. And then it looks like there's a limiter here, which was in their video, which you can take a look at on their PXN official YouTube page. And they show you how to adjust this, how to pull it all out. Actually, I could take these two off here, and that'll give me access to the two Phillips screws that are here. That will then remove this, and this you can actually turn around. And then looks like you can either change it out and add in the elastomer or the spring. I won't go through completely taking it apart just because I don't know exactly which way I'm going to go with it yet. When I do decide, I will go ahead and I'll add that in. But also at the same time, as much as I don't want to, I will let you know you can go to PXN's official YouTube page and they have a video on this. And the funny thing is I commented that they dropped a video for it just a few days before I got mine in to be the first video on YouTube that's showcasing their Handbrake. But as you can see, it looks really nice. The build quality feels rather solid. I'm actually quite excited to go ahead and start messing with that. Just taking a look at the internals here. See, oh, sorry guys. See if I can get out of the light a little bit. You can see this. I really don't want to take it apart just yet, just because I want to try to use it and see if it's usable as is. You know, maybe I won't want to go with a stiffer spring. Maybe I'll be happy with the yellow. I can tell you this looks almost identical to the yellow spring that is in their brake performance kit. So if I do decide that not use it there, I might just use this stiffer spring on my brake. So that might be, or I might even go double elastomer and make it really solid. Also gonna contact them. I want to get two more, one for my clutch and one for my accelerator pedal. But there you go, guys. This is PXN's HBS, their Handbrake that is compatible with the V12 DD. Actually, it's compatible with just about everything because it is USB. So because it plugs in via USB, you can use this with any wheelbase you may want. You are not limited in using a PXN wheelbase. What is still missing, which hasn't arrived yet, which will probably be another few days or so, is the 4-port hub from PXN that I had ordered. That hub has a USB slot for the pedals, the shifter, and the handbrake, along with the joypad. Now, what my assumption is that 4-port is going to either be an extension of the USB port that's on the back of the wheelbase, the one labeled gamepad. So my theory is that you can go USB or gamepad USB to okay, maybe it's USB or gamepad USB to the USB-B on the back, then there's a power, and then you have the 4 ports in the front where you can just plug everything into. Or it may be standalone and you can just plug a gamepad into that as well. We'll have to see when that comes in. Right now it's just a bunch of theories, and I'm not trying to make this video even longer, you know, thinking about all the different theories. I just know is that they made it, so I'm getting it in so I can try it out. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to set up the shifter on here, button this back up, sort out how I'm going to mount it on my rig, and then I'll give you my initial thoughts on use. But stay tuned for the time lapse of me getting this together there. See you later. And I'm back after you probably saw me fumbling a little bit with these small screws and this. Okay, so off the jump, I don't like that the top shifter, the top of the shift ball is not aligned straight. So that in itself will bother me. I can overlook that. The forward and back shift feels okay. I have a feeling that this wire that's holding it into place, that they're using as the mechanism, as the spring, I do like that it's elevated, but I do have a feeling that that will probably wear out sooner than you may think. Also, it only for assembly's sake that I'm not happy with the screws going into plastic, but I can understand this in itself is only like a $50 shifter. This mod kit is $20 in itself, so I guess maybe I'm asking for a little bit much. I'm pretty sure the Thrustmaster T8HA is a much better unit, probably more solid feeling unit, but quite honestly, for this and for the price compared to the almost $200 for the T8HA, I'm okay with it. And I didn't mention the price on the PXN shifter. I got it on AliExpress for $79.99 with free shipping. Actually, both of these items were free shipping from China, and the shipping was faster than piece of shit Fanatec. So yeah, I ordered from PXN in China, and I was actually told each step of the way. I was sent an email about where this was, what if it was going through customs, its next step. They kept me more informed than piece of shit Fanatec. I still haven't gotten anything from Fanatec about an order I placed, a week ago. And there's others that have been waiting longer. So yeah, that's my little rant on piece of shit Fanatec. But as of right now, this looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool. Now I'm going to, let's get these in frame for you. I'm gonna go ahead and now get this set up on the rig, and I'll let you know how they work. This is a little quick and dirty. This is the shifter and the brake mounted on my shifter plate that goes on my Next Level Racing Challenger cockpit. That is the side the attaches, and then that's how they're both going to sit. So yeah, actually, if we flip it over, oh, it's a little heavy to do this one-handed. Bolt holes lined up perfectly with these farthermost holes. I had some spare washers just because I should add a washer just in case, and I couldn't ask it for it to be any better. Oh, well, yeah, if I could bolt this directly to the frame, that would be great. But yeah, there we go. I think this is going to work out well. Hey, what's up, people? So this is probably added into the video that you're already watching, but yeah, don't mind my bare feet in the background. Let me move that. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So here is the A7 shifter fitted back onto the Next Level Racing Challenger cockpit's shifter plate that they include. I have it on the right hand side because I'm in the US and we shift on the right. We don't shift on the left. So I've got the shifter in, and honestly, this feels really good and solid. My main concern will be over time to see if this little wire is going to hold up to the constant usage. Well, the occasional usage, as I mainly use paddles on the steering wheel, but I may now have to shift, shift over to this. Now, the handbrake, on the other hand, I set it up like this, and as you see, I have plenty of space here. I actually have a good amount of space between the walls, so I can easily grab it and pull. Now, I do feel where this yellow spring is a little soft, but we'll see. I'll continue to use it, and we'll see how that goes. I am liking this. I am liking the way it's positioned. I really do like that they went with this thin design as compared to how Moza has their slightly chunkier design that has the little kick out here. For the little board that has the either RJ12 or RJ45, I'm not exactly showing. You would think I would have already found out by now, but I haven't. And USB, where the USB-B is right here for the PXN, so that's awesome. I did choose to go with a vertical handle. If at any point in time I decide, hey, maybe you know what, I do have a second one of these plates, I may put it back this way. Don't mind the leg to my backdrop. I may put it over here, and then I may do a horizontal, more traditional styled e-brake. But I guess since the games I would probably use it with are more rally style, you know, going from shifter to handbrake to shifter to handbrake, or, you know, one hand steering here and and not shifting but e-braking. That'll probably be what that is for right now. But I've got everything hooked up. This is what it looks like. So let me go in and test it, and I'll give you my initial thoughts soon. Not a full review, but my initial thoughts.